Hello, my name is Rose, and I'm going to be sharing with you a story today of how things happen in our lives that force us into certain directions. I will be sharing why I feel this is a part of my purpose and the information that I came across on my path that reinforced my motivation to assist the animals the way I have until now. Before I tell you the situation I am in now, I want to share with you something that Doreen Virtue, one of my spiritual teachers, shared with me in her teachings a long time ago. She said, if you want to know your life purpose or even a portion of it, look around at your life and the areas or an area of your life where you see something and say, someone should do something about that. She shared that if you have a certain thing that you view in your life that way, then you are that someone. I have to admit, there are many things I have studied on my journey, and I will never forget a man named Daniel Brinkley. His book was called Saved by the Light. His purpose was to have a death experience and share with all of us something that happens when we die. It was called a life review. It was shared that when he was struck by lightning, he died and went through a very profound process of a life review. In his review, he felt the feelings of people he may have harmed. Not from the perspective of him, but from the perspective of them and how they responded to his intended harm to them. What he explained is that if he intentionally harmed someone, which he shared he had done many times because he was a bully at school and later on went to war, he would feel the pain that was inflicted on the person to the degree he intended to inflict the pain. He realized that he was not that nice of a person and that he was grateful that he would have a chance to come back and make amends for all of the harm he did to others. He did share that there was one thing he saw in this review where he did something that was appreciated immensely, and what he shared moved me so much. He told of a story when he was in his 20s and he was driving past a farmer and a sheep that were in view on the side of the road near a fence. The sheep's head was stuck in the fence, and instead of the farmer assisting the sheep in being freed, he was actually beating the sheep and pushing his head into the fence. Daniel shared that he pulled the truck over and beat up the farmer and pulled the sheep's head out of the fence and freed the sheep. In his life review, he was shown that the only true kind act that was recorded for him to view was that experience with the sheep. He said the profound love that he felt from the sheep for saving him was amazing. The only problem was that this was the only kind thing he did that was recorded in his life review. I remember when I was a child, I loved animals. I dreamed of being a veterinarian or doing something with and for animals. I realized in time that this was a nice idea, but I didn't know how I would feel about putting them down and things like that. Over time, life gets in the way, and you are in school and moving to different places, and an animal needs some type of consistent home. When I first moved to Hamilton in my mid-20s is when I had my first cat as an adult woman. His name was Simba, and we became very close. Simba was dumped off on a farm, and I met him the first day that this happened. Little to my amazement, I drove home with a kitten, and we would share 15 years together. Since then, every cat I have owned has been sent to me. Usually, they come to my door. I don't have to look for them. They may not be the most handsome or purebred, but they are the ones sent into my life. As I post this, I will be including images of some of the animals that have been sent to me, and the requests will be on my page. Thanks again for watching, reading my request, and I am sure if you choose to assist me in my heart-based mission, when you are in your life review, the love you will feel will be profound. Lots of love, Rose and friends.